Welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza, where transformation begins as we evoke, embrace, and evolve. Greetings, 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 and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays. This is Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? You know, October is known for the month of breast cancer awareness, and you see a lot of people, a lot of companies, organizations with the pink, and it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. So, and both, they are physical and emotional and deeply connected, because you see, when your mind is feeling overwhelmed, your body also goes into reaction. When we ease the mind and the body is at ease, then there is more harmony and balance within. Yes. Welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays, because this is Liza, your expert hypnotherapist. Today I'm going to be talking about mental health, taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and what better way to do that than finding ways of relaxing. And everybody talks about this. The biggest thing right now is trance meditation, which is called TM, hypnosis, yoga. Some people even go to retreats for a silent retreat. So let me ask you this. Do you often feel like you're holding it all together, yet inside you're running this entire mindset, you can't sleep where, or it's like you're running empty. There is no more fuel, and it's like dragging. So when that happens, do you tell yourself, I'm fine, yet deep inside, you're not? That's what this month is all about. I know we're coming to the end of October, but how often do you pause and check in? I was just asking someone yesterday, how do you relax? And she told me, well, I go to the gym. I'm in the gym for 2 hours. It's awesome. Because what she told me is, when my body is all exercised and I feel depleted, I go home and then I'm just shut down, and then I just go to sleep. Because exercise, it's also a stimulant. Not only relaxing, but she goes from working all day to getting home, and instead of chilling, she goes to the gym for 2 hours, goes home, does not eat, and shuts down, sleeps until the next morning at 6 o'clock, when then she starts her routine. So mental health is not a luxury. It is your core foundation. We know everything starts from the mindset. So what is it that they are saying, when the mental neurons, they fuse together, they excel, and then if they are firing, they're also fusing together, they are also working together. So it's that space within yourself. Everything is a mindset. Just yesterday, one of my clients who had come to me a few weeks ago, she started a few weeks ago, she came in and saying that I constantly ruminate, and it's all negative thoughts. Everything is negative in my life. So the moment I wake up, I'm thinking about all the problems, all the things that I have to do. So the first thing, from the moment we wake up, we're still in that sleepy awake state, which we call it hypnotic state. Yes, the word hypnotic. It's so fully not alert, and yet you are awake. So that's exactly what hypnosis is. You're not asleep when you're in my chair, and yet you're not fully aware or awake. So I guide you into that state, and you go, because there is no force. Hypnosis is an internal process, not an external force. So right before you fall asleep, that catnap moment, or when you are awakened early in the morning, from no matter what time you wake up, that moment before, as you open your eyes and before you are fully awake and getting up out of your bed, that moment, that hypnotic state, is where your consciousness and your subconscious are so aware and awake and ready to incorporate all kinds of things. So if there is going to be any affirmations, rumination, or anything to happen at that moment, that's the time that you can speak to yourself. And your body is incorporating it like a sponge, taking it in. And your subconscious is fully awake and fully alert to incorporate the wonderful gratitude, positive, loving messages. That's the day, that's the moment that you set the tone for your day. You see, some simple ways to nurture your mental health is mental aptitude. And it can start from the moment that you wake, and you are fully aware. That's the time you can do the affirmations of what you want your day to feel and look like. It's like setting that motion. And you know, they say if you take 3 minutes, just 3 minutes, before you get out of bed, to do some exercises, move your body, to do that mental exercise of gratefulness, gratitude, even setting the tone. Today is going to be an amazing day. I attract all abundance of the universe. I choose health and wellness starting this very moment. As I step out of my bed, my day is going to turn positive. I choose my day to be healthier and more abundant. You see, my 3E event this year is called Healthy Wealthy, because wealth is truly health, and health is wealth for your body, for your mind, for your psyche, for your emotions. So here are some simple ways that you can nurture your mind and your mindset today. Let's go through it. Okay. What you can do is take 3 breaths, deep breaths. So what we do is from the diaphragm, so we expand the diaphragm, and then up to the chest, and then exhale. Empty the diaphragm, right? So let me say this. So this is how we inhale. Exactly. It's an exercise because you bring that oxygen into your stomach, into your diaphragm, into your lungs, and then exhale. Into the stomach, into the lungs, and then exhale. And at that very moment, you can say, I am strong, I am here, I am safe, I am whatever it is that you are doing, and choosing the positive, choosing gratitude, choosing I am well, I am healthy, I am fully aware, I am stronger than yesterday, I am attracting love, I am attracting abundance, I choose to be healthier today, more than yesterday, not as good as tomorrow. So those are the things that you can do just by breathing in to your stomach, which is the core, which is expanding the stomach, expanding where life begins, expanding your intuitive glands and everything, okay? So that part, which is the cycle of life begins, which is also the cycle that you nourish the food that you eat. And then as you expand that and contract, because you expand and contract, it's not about pain, it's expand and contract, bring it into your lungs. And as you open your chest, your lungs, your rib cage, it brings, as if spiritually, physically, mentally, more oxygen into your lungs. And then you exhale, releasing the rest. Release. Okay. So movement, moving your body daily. Before I even get out of my bed, this is what I do. I shift and rotate my legs, bring my knees up, and then from my knees, what I do is rotate side to side all the way, side to side, side to side. That's how I rotate. My hip joints expand, my legs expand, and then doing some exercises, if you can, in your bed, just rotating your back from side to side. It's doing your yoga in your bed without even getting up. I also pull on my arm, so my shoulder muscles, it's as if expanding my arms, releasing all the tension out of my arms, releasing and saying to myself, I am reaching for the best in life. So I reach, I expand, and by shifting all that, your neck muscles also relax. Your body relaxes, your spine relaxes, and then you gently move, get up, stretch. If you want, you can even dance. So in a way, that's movement is medicine for your body. Okay. Now, the connection that we do, the affirmations, the gratitude with the body movement is the same as the rah-rah that, like, when you go to an event, you dance, you're happy. I remember one time going to a wedding and I had a huge nerve pinch right here. And it took me like a long time just to sit in the aisle during the, it was a wedding, and just to sit there for about 45 minutes to an hour, the church, the reception and everything. So when we got out of church, it was hard just to sit there, but it was my friend's wedding and I couldn't go. I could not go, right? And we got to the reception area. As I walked in, I heard my favorite Armenian music, and guess what happened? It's like it lifted my spirit. In a way, I started singing. My hands went up, and the next thing you know, I started moving. Within 2 minutes, it's as if my body could not remember that I had a pinched nerve, that something was wrong. The entire night, I danced. By moving, by bringing joy in my body, by the song, I immersed myself with the song, with the dance, with the music, with the joy, with the celebrations, completely forgot about the pain. And frankly, the pain went away. So again, back to my client, she was talking about ruminating. I find out that her favorite thing to do is play tennis, because she can play tennis for about 2 hours and just enjoy herself, and she's a great tennis player. So through hypnosis, during hypnosis, I incorporated the suggestions that every time she goes into this negative realm of ruminating about things that can go wrong and everything, she imagines that each and every negative thought that comes in, and she volleys. It's as if playing tennis, and then she strikes it, and then she aces it because they go away. Through hypnosis, it was more than 45 minutes, almost 50 minutes of in that state, speaking to the subconscious, because as you go into hypnosis, although you are not asleep, your conscious analyzing, judging, reasoning, criticizing part of your mind, which is the frontal lobe, eases. It's like opens a window that we can speak directly to the subconscious. Okay? And the subconscious mind does not really differentiate if it is just a suggestion or it is a reality. Although it's not happening at that moment, it believes it is. Okay? So at that very moment, she is thinking, oh, every thought that comes, I can volley it, I can release it, I can do it. And once that is accepted, I ask her to not only consciously and subconsciously would she accept this as the format of releasing her negative rumination, her negative thinking. And when she says yes, consciously and subconsciously, there is an agreement within her. Guess what? She came in yesterday and I said, how's your rumination? She's like, I don't know what we did, but I've hardly had time to do all the negative. It's been a great week. And I said, have you played any tennis? She says, no, I had no time to go play tennis, but it's like, I remember acing things, and I don't know what I have been acing, but I haven't been ruminating on anything negative, and it's been a great week. You see, that connection, speaking your truth, sharing what's in your heart, either with yourself, with your mind, consciously, subconsciously, and finding a way that you can bypass something that is negative, something that it's bothering you, something that it's no longer working for you, and we insert, and your conscious and subconscious come to believe and accept that, that's when shift happens. So that's exactly what mindfulness is all about. That's why some people go into that silent retreat to disconnect from everything that's technology, social media, family, work, and just be at peace with yourself, and every thought that comes into your mind, you release it. You acknowledge it first. That's the evoke part. It's when it comes, you acknowledge it. The embrace is accepting it. Okay, I get it. Here it is again. Now what? What do I do with it? I can release it or hold on to it. Because when we hold on to a behavior or a habit that is no longer working for us and we still keep at it, is because there is that elasticity of our mind, is because we revert back to that comfort zone. Because that comfort zone is giving you a sense of comfort. That change has not been incorporated enough. Just like riding a bicycle. The first time you get on a bike, guess what? You're wobbly. You may not even be able to go from this to that end because you don't know how to control the bicycle. You don't know how to pedal. You've seen it. People do it, and then they even do this, and they're pedaling. They can manage the wheels so wonderfully, just like riding even a car. Some people can twirl the wheel like this. Others hold on a grip, 11-2. That's where you're supposed to hold on. And they sit so sternly because they're just learning. After years, this is how you do at the wheel. One-handed. So easy. It's all conditioning, it's all repetition, it's all learning, and that's how the mind works. Repeating, repeating, repeating. Once you repeat and volley, even tennis, you miss so many until you get good at it. So mindfulness, doing that kind of an exercise, yoga, doing that kind of a practice, everything is the same. We practice until we get better. And soon you will realize that you have more control over your mindset than before. To a point, just like me, I can sit in the dentist's office and I usually say, give me 3 minutes, so that I can literally go in and manage being very specific to which tooth he is going to work on, which tooth he is going to do the root canal, and then I also know he's going to drill, he's going to use the water pick, he's going to use the air, and I can hear all the sounds, and I can hear all the drills, and I know for a fact what's going to happen to that tooth. And I numb my gums, I numb so specifically that he can do the root canal, even this one that had 3 roots, and he went and drilled and did the whole root canal with absolutely no anesthesia. And after almost 2 hours of being in that chair, fully and comfortably comfortable, with no anesthesia, with no numbing, with no topical, and I feel absolutely wonderful. Okay? I know everything that is happening, and yet there is no pain. It's called discomfort. And that I can manage because I know everything that is happening. And that precise thing is called mental aptitude, because health is wealth. Right? I'm saying all this because hypnosis and guided imagery are the most powerful tools you can have and you can learn to ease your mind, your body, and yes, some people call it the psyche. So, and speaking of healing, I want to personally invite you to my 3E event. What is 3E? Yesterday I was being interviewed and they said, so why should anyone come to the 3E? Because it's a day to recharge, to reconnect and remember your own power. Our speakers, we're going to be talking about, this is a woman's wellness, although it's not inclusive of men, it's recharging your mindset, your body, learning about your health and wellness, talk about mental aptitude, about wealth. We talk about relationships, learning about menopause, even why I do the work that I do, the making the change of mindset, reset from the core set, the power of the subconscious, learn, laugh, leave inspired with like-minded people. You know, I started this event 2013, bringing women together to have a day to yourself. To really say, this is my day. Finding new connections, new friendships, learning, and just feeling your heart, being full with your new information. How to heal, how to feel better, how to, even questions and answers and practices that we are to do, truly embracing what is. Just give yourself a day because you deserve it. It is. So let this be your time of wellness. And it doesn't matter if it is the month of October, the month of November, your joy and your happiness is not connected to the outside, but it is a choice from within. That's why the name of my business is HealWithin. We heal from the inside. No one can heal you. You have to give yourself permission to begin the healing process. Just the same way as learning something new, the aha moments, new information at the event, the connections. That's why we go to classes. That's why we have extended times. That sometimes we even go to church to have that time to be one with above, prayer, and with others. Because connecting with others who are like-minded, and you find that synergy with them, you find the support, can be quite powerful. So remember, mental wellness is the health. It's not just the absence of illness, but the presence of peace. Peace within you. So I hope this message was beneficial to you, because when we pray, although we pray up, we are praying within. So doesn't matter if it is daytime or nighttime. May God's blessing be with you always. Until next week, I bid you an amazing week in mind, in body, with emotions, within your spirit. God bless. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for being here. If you want to check out some of the testimonials that I've got, click right here. But if you want to go back and watch other videos from a week ago, 2 weeks ago, even a year ago, click right here. See you next time.